Okay, everyone, welcome to Morning Mindset on this fine, very, very hot, sticky Wednesday here in Egypt. Welcome, Anna. Today we are continuing the unpacking of our VA foundation. We've got the last one today, the last step in this area, and it is a continuation of the other steps from the previous days this week. Tomorrow we've got our oracle card reading, so this is the last one for this week. And then we're going to do our daily accountability. So this week we've been doing the VA Foundation because that is the first level on one sourcing. The first level was released this week. Thank you to the people that turned up on the call yesterday. And if you've watched the replay, hopefully you'll get a really good grasp of, what the intention is with this one sourcing and this new process of levels, turning it into levels. And the fourth step on this journey is know your value. And I think this is for a number of reasons. First of all, when you really know your value, it makes it much easier to secure clients because you're approaching consultations and you're approaching your work with people from a place of confidence and authority, and people feel more at ease, more comfortable, like, yeah, I can trust this person, they know what they're doing, that type of thing. So knowing your value has many different benefits, shall we say, from confidence, from demonstrating your expertise, from building rapport and making the client feel at ease. So how do we really know our value within the one sourcing structure and the one sourcing model? So there are a few things that I've highlighted in this step which are really key. Now, the first thing is that you're establishing the role of responsibility. You are assuming the role of responsibility. So by doing that from the beginning of the relationship, you're saying, don't worry, I've got your back. I'm going to make sure that whatever we have decided to do, it's going to get done. And that's my guarantee to you. That's my promise to you. And that is in itself a huge trust factor. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean assuming the role of responsibility means you're responsible necessarily for the results, unless that's something that you've built into your package. But it's being responsible to make sure I'm on top of this, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to keep, if I need something from you, I'm going to keep making sure that I ask you for it. If anything needs to happen, if there are parts to these things or steps to these things or milestones or timelines, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be responsible for making sure this all happens. So that is often a weight off people's mind. I honestly in my own business would love to be able to have someone who came to me and said, okay, don't worry, I'm going to take care of this. So the role of responsibility is a huge value add, and that is really part of the big value of being a one sourcer. Then we have our ability to be able to navigate and manage relationships with people. So whether that be, being a really good communicator and people person when it comes to your clients, when it comes to their clients, when it comes to communications within the business or potentially team members. Then we have quality control and attention to detail. This is a huge value. I mean, I've said this before in my training, and I'm going to say it again here, about how rare it is to find people that really pay attention to the details and double check things, okay? It's really rare, and that certainly commands higher rates, because if you have someone that doesn't pay attention to the details, let's say for example someone's just mindlessly doing tasks and the client's made a mistake or something like that, to be able to read that and think that looks like a mistake, I'll go back to the client, I'll question them about that, or I'll ask them about that. It's huge because we're all human, we all make mistakes, even the clients. If you're looking at something, even if it's something that you're doing for yourself, and let's say, for example, you're posting on social media and you type something out and then you post it and then you realize there's a typo in it, And then it's like, okay, you're having to redo your work, go back on things. Like, I'm talking about the little details, and I'm talking about the bigger details as well. So quality control, making sure things are happening when they should, going out at the quality that they should, that type of thing. And you're not having to keep redoing your work because you've not been paying attention is huge. And that is a big frustration for the client. It's hugely frustrating for the client to go back on their social media and realize, oh, someone's made a mistake, or someone didn't pay attention, or something like that. And not just social media, it could be emails going out, it could be emails going out with typos, or the wrong name put in, or a template that hasn't been properly edited or filled in. Like, it could be a host of things. It could be a graphic. The amount of times I go on social media, and I'm scrolling or whatever, and I'm looking, and there's a massive typo, obvious typo in a graphic, and I think, God, did nobody see that? How? So a lot of these things add a huge value when you're somebody. I'm not saying you're going to be 100% perfect all the time, but being able to keep that in mind and incorporate that as part of your service is huge. Then we've got the versatility aspect of it, being able to switch between different clients, switch between different tasks, and different roles within the business, because one sourcing is a role-based model. So, you might be able to switch between social media manager to inbox manager to creating a presentation. The versatility of virtual assistants is huge. That in itself is a value add as well. Then we have the discipline. So the fact that you can remain disciplined with what you're doing, with the clients, within your own business, that you get the job done, that you commit to the deadlines, that you make sure that everything is going smoothly and you show up on time and you do what you say you're going to do. And that is the big thing. If you say you're going to do something, you've got to do it. You've got to take that responsibility and discipline yourself in order to be able to make things work. And this is the value that really allows you to set yourself apart and take the whole entire service up to another level, which most virtual assistants are not doing or not paying attention to. They're focusing on the task, and they're focusing on the next task and clocking the hour and getting to the next hour. And that's not what one sourcing is about. It's about really doing things at a much higher level, and really stepping in to the responsibility of the relationship and the work, so the client feels that you're treating their business with as much respect and care that they treat their own business with. So that is step 4, know your value. Okay, so now we are going to go into our daily accountability. So get your journals at the ready, and then thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you back here tomorrow, where we're going to be doing our weekly oracle card readings. So I'll see you then, but in the meantime, have a wonderful day ahead. Sending you lots of good vibes and good energy for prosperity and success, and I see you back here tomorrow.
Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.